What's up, primates? I'm Shane the Skeptic, and as always, I thank you for tuning into my channel to watch my content. Today, I'm going to be talking about what I perceive to be the irony in Christian homophobia and masculine Christianity. Now, of course, the answer might be obvious, but the question is at least obvious. Why is it that I think that Christians being homophobic or Christians being masculine is ironic? Well, to put it quite bluntly, I hold that Christianity is inherently feminine and a little bit gay. And I don't have anything against gay people or feminine men. I support the femboys. I have no problem with you if you like identify as that in spite of people trying to put you down for who you are. I think that's badass. But if you want to hide behind some homophobic rhetoric, then I think that you deserve to be called out for what you are. And I want to make clear that basically, because of the fact that tonight I'm going to be ultimately emasculating these two Christian dudes, I do understand that emasculating people is inherently rooted in misogyny, and I ordinarily wouldn't take the approach of emasculation to, even if I wanted to humiliate somebody or if I had to insult somebody or I had something against them. But when you see the video that I want to address and you see my approach to it, I think you will understand what it is that I'm doing. And I am going to have to give a shout out to my good friend Oz from the Atheist Network group, because he reviewed this video at one point and that's how I became aware of it. And I'm not going to be reviewing the whole video, but I do want to get into it. So after addressing this video, I'm gonna make my case pretty thoroughly for why I hold that Christianity is an inherently feminine religion. I did put 3 links to, there's 3 different articles about that kind of support some of the premises that I'll be using to make my argument. So if anyone wants to look in the description and read the articles that I've linked, please do that. But I just want to show you these 2 little fellas right here. 2 little dudes.
It's homosexual and it's effeminate. You understand? It's
Man, before I was saved, I used to lift weights, shave my arms, look in the mirror.
Wow,
I was a little fruitcake. I used to shave my face clean, like there couldn't be one little hair. I'd pluck every little nose hair, make sure my haircut was faded real nice, so I could go out for the ladies because they like effeminate men. I had little faggoty earrings in my ear. Women. I showed my little faggoty tattoos on my arm.
That's serious.
And then when I gave my life to God, I became a new creation, and I stopped being a little faggot. And I became...
Now that we're men, we have facial hair. Now that we're men,
I changed my underwear.
Now that we're men,
we got a manly flair.
we got the stuff, we're tough enough to save the day.
That's what they sound like. Ultimately, that is what they sound like to me. That's what I hear when I hear them talk. You hear this really angry, hateful rhetoric. I hear, now that we're men. And I'm going to tell you something right now. If you've ever seen the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, these 2 gentlemen in this video are SpongeBob and Patrick, and Christianity is to them what the motherfucking seaweed mustaches were to SpongeBob and Patrick. That's right. They have seaweed mustaches on now when they think they're these big fucking men. But at the end of the day, they're nothing but a bunch of goofy motherfucking goobers. And I demand that we refer to homophobic men like this as goofy goobers from here forward. I declare. That is what they shall be called from now on. They said so much I don't even know where to begin, okay? First of all, the first thing he did as an example of being feminine was lifting weights. But part of being masculine traditionally is being muscular, but then to be muscular, you're supposed to lift weights. But then if you lift weights, what you're doing is feminine, what the fuck? So if you're not just born built as shit, you're fucked. You're absolutely fucked. All my homies, I see Oz is in the chat. Hey, Oz, it has been made clear that weightlifting is feminine. So I know you've been working out. Do what you will with that, buddy. Oh, man. These men are hilarious. Okay, so first of all, they give examples of things that they think are feminine. One of them is shaving. I'm glad that I trimmed before this. If this pisses anybody off, I just not even a shave. Is it not feminine if it's not a shave? I don't know how that works. I don't know the rules to being masculine. I just don't wake up every day and go, how can I be more of a man? Which is pretty funny because he says a little bit more that let's watch a little bit more of what these two little femboys have to say.
But Paul says to put away childish things.
Right.
When you become
I was an
man,
effeminate man.
yeah.
How else could you put it when you're
You were an effeminate man, and then you got your motherfucking seaweed mustache. So now that we're men, you're still a goofy goober.
putting gel in your hair and you're going out with tight clothes on, and some people are preaching.
I'm sorry, does this man on the left not have gel in his hair? He's looking down like, oh, fuck, you're not knocking on gel in the hair. Hold on a minute. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that looks like he has gel in his hair. Okay. I was planning on letting them talk a little bit longer, but like, dude, did you not look next to you before you described what you thought was a feminine trait? Did you not prepare for this at all? Oh my God, this is hilarious. Okay. I'll let them make their case.
Preaching the gospel today, doing this stuff.
We're not against looking professional, but it does get to the point where it's vain and it's self-centered, and it's just you become self-conscious, which is another trait of an effeminate man. You're self-centered and self-conscious.
So hold on a minute. He just got done explaining the fact that he changed everything about his style and who he was. And now he's talking about being self-conscious? What the fuck are you going on about, dude? Come on, bro. I doubt he'll see this. I'm just a fucking reprobate. Oh, man. Okay, so what are some reasons I think Christianity is inherently... Because it's one thing to say that these two dudes have some feminine traits, and clearly they're using Christianity as a sort of machismo effect. I used Christianity as an analogy for the seaweed mustaches that SpongeBob and Patrick had on them. Well, let's just think about what traditional traits of masculinity are for a minute, and then let's think of what are some of the most fundamental ethics within Christianity. So let's compare me to these two men for a minute. Okay, these are Christians. I'm an atheist. If they're going to abide by their holy book, if you walk up to these two men, right, and you slap them in the fucking face, and I'm not saying to do that. I'm just saying, hear me out. If you were to walk up to one of them and slap them in the fucking face, according to their holy book, what they're supposed to do is turn the other cheek. You realize that being passive is like one of the most traditional feminine traits, being passive, being submissive. And if I walk up to you and I slap you, you're just going to turn the other cheek? That's not what you should do. That's not what I'm going to do. If you come up to me and you want to slap me, we're going to have a fucking problem. Ultimately, if you're a Christian man and you're homophobic, this is for you. I'm addressing you right here. If you're going to wake up every day and you're going to get on your knees for another man who you happen to call daddy, don't you be homophobic. And if you're going to get slapped in the face and turn the other cheek when it happens, stop calling other people effeminate. Just stop putting other people down because they're different from you. And especially stop fucking projecting yourselves on people. It's embarrassing, dude. I mean, you desire to be feminine. Just get in touch with your femininity. There's nothing wrong with it. Be authentic. I think I happen to be a masculine guy, but I don't think that my masculinity has anything to do with the content of my character or who the fuck I am. I'd put being authentic way the fuck above being masculine. And if in a year I was like, oh shit, I have more feminine trait, I would try to figure that out about myself because I want to be real with myself. What do you think these two men are going to do if they start experiencing that? You think they're going to be honest with themselves? No. They're going to get the Bible, aka their seaweed mustaches, and they're going to pray. In other words, they're going to sing.
Now that we're men, we have facial hair. Now that we're men,
I changed my underwear.
now that we're men,
We got a manly
where
flair.
we got the stuff, we're tough enough to save the day.
And they're going to think they're men because they have Christianity serving that fucking purpose for them. But they're still a bunch of goddamn goofy goobers. Okay? So now, I'm going to let them talk for a little bit longer. They're already giving me, this is just content just falling into my hands as they speak.
You're worried about how others perceive you, how others think of you. And sometimes you need to have a good reputation, especially to those who are without the church, as Paul says. But you need to draw the line between, looking to appeal to other people. Men like to buy nice things because they're worried about how women view them. And so they get nice cars, nice things, nice clothes, nice hair, nice everything like he was talking about, because what they're trying to do is seduce a woman because they know instinctively, demonically, that women are attracted to effeminate men because a woman can see that and then they see, oh, okay, I can get something from him.
Okay, so everyone with a nice car, y'all are feminine. I don't even have a fucking car, so I guess I'm just the biggest macho motherfucker here because I am kind of broke.
Everybody who's not saved is selfish. They're all about themselves,
Right.
selfish.
Just so you know, that's exactly right. That's why I take all the time into, reading a bunch of boring ass shit and trying to simplify it and make it as available to as many people as possible. It's just for my own self gain. Fuck y'all. They caught me, everybody. Just so I've been pretending to like all of you this whole time. Honestly, fuck you all. They caught me. I'm selfish.
Gain, selfish ambitions. It's all self-centeredness.
Yep.
And it's very sad, and it's amazing to see how it works, because when you come to Christ and he starts to reformat your way of thinking in your mind, the renewing of the mind takes place, you begin to realize how much vanity there is in the world, and he shows you what it means to be a man. And the best example of a man, of course, is Jesus Christ, the head of...
Okay. I want to hold your feet to the fire right here. The best example of a man is Jesus Christ. Okay. I want to tell you guys a little story. It's not a story that I made up, just so we're clear. This is a story from the Bible. That's right. We're going to read the Bible today, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't warn you about that. I call this story Femboy Jesus Foot Rubs. This is not an atheist interpretation of the Bible. This is not a gay porn website. This is a story from the Bible. Okay, that's what I'm about to read to you guys. Um, so let's get into it. Let me go up to the top. Okay. Jesus is the best example of a man, so keep in mind, their goal is to be as much like Jesus as can be. Jesus is their role model for what kind of man you want to be. Okay. Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under his power, and that he had come from God and was returning to God. So he got up from the meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that was wrapped around him. With the same towel that was wrapped around him. Okay, Jesus, I see what you're doing. That's a good move. Jesus got some moves. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, Lord, are you going to wash my feet? Jesus replied, you do not realize now what I'm doing, but later you'll understand. No, said Peter, you shall never wash my feet. Jesus answered, unless I wash you, you have no part with me. Then, Lord, Simon Peter replied, not just my feet, but my hands and my head as well. Jesus answered, those who have had a bath need only to wash their feet. Their whole body is clean, and you are clean, though not every one of you. For he knew who was going to betray him, and that was why he said not everyone was clean. When he had finished washing their feet, he put on his clothes and returned to his place. Do you understand what I have done for you? He asked them. You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. Very truly, I tell you, no servant is greater than his master, nor is a messenger greater than the one who sent him. Now that you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them. Okay. I don't have anything against being gay. I don't have anything against having a foot fetish. But if that's not a gay foot fetish story, then what the fuck is? So those two homophobic men from that video were saying Jesus is the role model of what kind of man you want to be. A man who washes other men's feet, huh? You want to wash another man's feet? You're going to wash each other's feet if you see this video? I want you to wash each other's feet after you see this. I wonder if you'd wash my feet. I might just let you. Okay, so I'm sorry, but one of the most fundamental parts of Christianity is being submissive to God. Being submissive is a feminine trait. And anytime a Christian like them sees an atheist like me, who ultimately, part of it, I'm not convinced that your God exists, but my other approach and my attitude toward the hypothetical, version of it is I don't want to be anybody's bitch. And when I don't want to be somebody's bitch and I express that I don't want to be anybody's bitch, they respond and they go, well, you just think you're your own God. Think about that. You don't want to be somebody's bitch, so you're just your own God. No gods, no masters. That's what I say. No gods, no masters. Sounds kind of gay, Jesus. It is. And it's perfectly fine that it's gay. But Christianity teaches you to be submissive. Christianity teaches you to turn the other cheek if you get slapped. Not for me. I'm just not the submissive type. I don't have anything against anybody who is. And if you slap me, I'm going to beat the shit out you. If I can. I'm at least going to try to defend myself. I'm not going to pretend that everybody in the world is somebody I can take, but there's nobody I'm just going to let slap me and not do anything about it. Like, if you slap me, I'm going to hit you. I'm not doing that. Turn the other cheek. We're not doing that. We're not doing that over here. I'm not rubbing another man's feet. Again, If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But as a heterosexual man who is also dominant in my sexuality, washing another man's feet is not something I would ever do. Oh yeah, I don't know. That's a good one. I mean, they're just doing what's in the Bible. You're supposed to do what Jesus does, right? So I don't know. But there's they talk about putting, if you want to be a man, you should put down childish things. Well, what better place to start than Christianity? That's what I say. I don't need Christianity. I want to wrap this up by reading a little bit of Nietzsche, because whenever I feel like talking shit about Christianity, I read Nietzsche. Like, fuck all these modern, like, there's good content out there, but I have to say, like, if you feel like talking some shit about Christianity, Nietzsche's the go-to. They all behave like females. They regard beautiful feelings themselves as arguments, the heaving breast as the bellows of divinity, and conviction as the criterion of truth. If that doesn't sound like your average Christian apologist, you probably haven't talked to that many Christian apologists. You know, it's goofy. It's a goofy religion. And on top of the fact that it's goofy, it's feminine and it's homophobic. And on top of the fact that it's feminine and homophobic, it advocates against being feminine if you're a man, and it's gay. So, thank you everybody for tuning in. I personally have no interest in washing any other men's feet, getting slapped, turning the other cheek, getting on my knees, calling another man daddy. None of those things are for me, nor are childish things, which is exactly why I set Christianity down. I want to give a big shout out to my patrons. Let me see, my boy Ray, the Atheist Ree, Anthony Magnabosco. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. God damn it. If I am, I'm sorry. Thank you to all my moderators for moderating the live chat. I'm happy to see my channel grow enough to the point where I could have other people participating in it. If anyone has a link to the Discord, I want to go in the Tang Discord server after this, catch up with people. Let me see if I can get that server before I close out this stream. In the after show chat, because I don't want to start my own server. That's just too much work. Okay, open Discord. I'm unprofessional, but it's all good. Literally just a stoned nerd making YouTube videos in an apartment, so it doesn't really matter to me. Okay, it looks like, I don't know, reposted a link, but that's not the link to the Discord. So there we go. The link that I posted should be the one that works. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Please, go to the Atheist Network group Discord server in the after show chat. And upon doing so, we can hang out, talk for a little bit. Thanks again.